Have you ever been to a picnic when you get there and you're really looking forward to your roll, and you're going to put the butter on, cut some slices of cheese that you've just picked up from the deli, and you're going to add some of that lovely pickle that you picked up as well, and you've forgotten a spoon, you've forgotten a knife. You can't do it. And then you remember, if you go into your credit cards, you could use one of those to just slap on the butter. You can rip the bread roll apart, you can slap on the butter, and maybe when you ripped it apart it went a bit all over the place because you didn't have the knife, but it sort of does the job. And you put the butter on and now you've got really a looking card, but it sort of does the job. You're probably not going to use your card to put the pickle on, and you can't cut the cheese with it. You might have to sort of bite a bit off and lump it on. We've all done that. The tools for the job are important. It's just like when you go to the mechanics and your car needs fixing. They know what they need to do and they've got the tools for the job to do it. But in order to even get to the part that needs fixing, first of all, they need to jack your car up so they can see. Then they might need some wire cutters, they might need a wrench, they might need the pliers, they may need a panel beater. Whatever it is they need, they've got the tools for the job. He or she will fix the car using the right tools, because you can't tighten up that nut with wire cutters. Just doesn't work. And maybe you could use your hand to tighten it up, but of course it's all going to fall off later on down the line. The right tools are for the right part of the job, and it's just the same in Pilates. In Joe Pilates' studio, what he called his Pilates gymnasium, just like you see in a gym now, there were lots of different pieces of apparatus, one of which was called the Reformer. It's a piece of apparatus that he and his brother created. There are also many other pieces called the Cadillac, the Tower, the High Chair, the Wonder Chair, the Pedipole, the Spine Corrector, the Ladder Barrel, the Foot Gizmo, the Foot Corrector, the Toe Gizmo, sandbags. There's a whole heap of apparatus. And all of those were his tools, Joseph Pilates' tools for his toolbox to help people move better. And they would move universally for everyone on the Reformer. But it's the way the body moved on the Reformer, how they could do the exercises, how they couldn't do the exercises, that would determine what else they needed. So maybe they would all be on the Reformer and something was too weak. They couldn't hold that carriage still. Maybe they would need certain other pieces of apparatus to strengthen the body so that next time it got a bit better, and next time it got a bit better, and consistently working with the same repetition, the same order, the same exercises, you improved, and that would help you. What does it mean to work out on those exercises in the Reformer? Well, quite simply, it means that those shapes, that quality of strength, control, or stretch, or whatever it is that it was teaching you, helps you in your everyday life. It means that I can bend over, pick up the kids without my back going. It means I can play golf and get a good swing and hit that ball further down the fairway. It means that I can do my running that I absolutely love and not have to give it up because my hips are killing or I've got plantar fasciitis. That's what it means to our everyday life to do Pilates. But if we don't use the right tools for the job, it's a bit tricky. And that's where Reformer Pilates comes in. So Reformer Pilates is a term that has now become a popular kind of marketing term, if you like. It's a name given to differentiate between just the mat work. And unfortunately, let's face it, it's to differentiate it. So if you are used to doing mats and somebody wants you to come to their Reformer class, then you might try that if they're differentiating between the two. But we also need to bear in mind the whole picture. If you are using a Reformer for everybody to do exercises on, then it's like taking your credit card and trying to butter the bread. Or it's like taking the wire cutters to use the wrench job. If it's not the right tool for the job, it may work for some, it may work sometimes, but it's not the right tool for the job. And in the same way, you often see, if you Google what is Reformer Pilates, you get the question, is it better than mats? Well, what's better? Mat is kind of the end goal, and these days people think about it as the starting goal, almost like you start in mat, you get stronger, and then you progress to Reformer Pilates and you get stronger and you do other stuff. That's not really the right way to think about it. Mat work is the stripped down, raw version of you. It's like no help, no springs, no pulleys, no straps, no resistance to support you, to help you, or to challenge you in order to progress. It's just the stripped down, raw version. And it's really useful to know where you are right now in those exercises, in those pure actual mat exercises so that you can honestly say, I can't actually get my legs over my head. I need to develop my control, my strength, my full body connection to do that. It's about building up that strength. Maybe I can't round my spine and roll forward because I don't have a bend or articulation in my spine. Then that mat will tell you that. We use the Reformer to help develop the mat, and we use all the other apparatus tools to develop the mat and the Reformer, because you need everything. Have you heard the saying that it takes a whole tribe to raise a family? It's like that in Pilates. You need everything to help you, many tools for the job. So when you're working on just Reformer, is it better than mat? Well, yes, you are getting some support and some strength. Do you know why you're doing it? Is it being threaded to the mat? Is it being worked uniquely for you? Maybe, maybe not. Is that going to happen in a group setting? Maybe, maybe not. And also, you start to see those questions when you Google it of what's the difference and how does it work differently? And often the answer to Reformer Pilates is that it will give you more strength, it will give you more flexibility, it will challenge other areas of the body other than just the core. I'm afraid to say that is incorrect. Reformer Pilates will not strengthen your body uniquely different to mat, or flexibly open your body uniquely to mat, and it won't challenge your arms and legs uniquely other than your core, because we're a connected unit. If you look at a jigsaw puzzle, they all connect together, and the spine and the legs and the hips and the arms all do that too. We are a jigsaw within ourselves and our body. So when we lift up a bag of shopping, we don't just lift it up with our arm. We actually lift it with our arm that's connected to our shoulder, which is connected to our rib cage, which is connected to our spine, which is connected to our lower back, yes, which is connected around the front via some deep muscles called the core muscles. But it's not just the core that does that. It's not just the bicep that does that. It happens all together and we don't know it. It just fabulously involuntary works like that. We only know it when we get a back problem from lifting something, or we tweak our shoulder. Then that disconnect starts to happen. And that's why we need all the tools for the job. So it won't uniquely do it. However, you might find in lots of Reformer Pilates classes that they are doing lunges and squats and things that strengthen that unique part of the body. Say, feel the burn on the legs or fatigue in the muscles. That's gone so far down away from how Pilates really is supposed to be about. And now that's very much just like a PT using a piece of equipment. That's not what Pilates is about. But if you love that kind of feel the burn thing, then great. If you love using a Reformer like any other piece of gym apparatus, fine, have a go. But no, it's not the same real deal thing. So use your Pilates, use your knowledge to inform yourself on your decision of why you are doing Pilates, Reformer Pilates, mat Pilates, the whole system Pilates, and try the differences. Feel what it's like over a few months of how you feel. If your mindset is, I want to just do quick fix, feel the burn, well, maybe go for a run. If it's, I want to use that strength and powerlifting, maybe go to the gym, lift some weights, or do something at home. If you want to do Pilates, however, why not try the whole system and do Pilates?